I've never, in the history of breeding my snakes, carpet pythons, ever seen a clutch this early in the year. It's January. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. It's getting dark here. Where's my little cat? Yeah, it's Jedi. He went to the groomer today. You looking nice and clean, Jedi. You're not interested in coming on camera today, but you're clean. Jed. Come here, Jed. Nope, he's not turning around. All right. Well, I got a surprise of surprises today in the snake room. I'm filming this after I was in there already. I got a surprise clutch, and you're gonna find out what it was. How I got a surprise clutch of carpet pythons in January, I do not know. I've done everything exactly the same year after year. I put them together. As a matter of fact, I might have even put the male and female together a little later than expected, probably almost at December. And this girl must have been just on the verge of ovulating, and I must have put the male in right at the right time. And they did the deed. She ovulated, and look, we got eggs. Unfortunately, I don't even know how long the eggs were there. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what happened. This can only be explained as negligence on my part and not paying attention. But I gotta tell you, I've never, in the history of breeding my snakes, carpet pythons, ever seen a clutch this early in the year. It's January. Carpet pythons don't usually breed till March. I'm really, really upset because these eggs look terrible. They're all dried out. I got a nasty mother who just almost bit me. She doesn't even bite. Ugh, am I upset? This was my caramel double het Moonglow, caramel double het Moonglow. I still have the male in there. That tells you how unprepared I was for this clutch. And of course, this cage is all the way up on the top. So, I change the water, but I don't always look under the box and see what's going on, because I don't expect to see a clutch, because she lays clutches in March, not in January. So I don't even know when this clutch was laid, to be honest. There's a bunch of slugs in here. Looks like some decent eggs, but they're really dried out, and I saw some flies around them. So I don't even know what to expect. I got to get this girl out of here, obviously, so I can grab her eggs, maybe salvage this, and hopefully try to rehydrate them in the incubator. So there it is. My first clutch of the year. Never expected it from the carpet pythons. Look at this nasty clutch of eggs. Normally, she'll give me 25 good eggs. Why she went so early this year, I have no idea. I'm gonna try to separate these eggs, get rid of these slugs that are in here. I mean, this clutch could have been here for a couple days. Probably was. There's some stinkiness to this. I mean, these slugs are not stinky, but there's that one rotten egg that really smells bad. And this is pretty moldy too. I don't think this egg is no good. And I'm really kind of upset. I don't want to kind of damage these eggs, but I got to get that one rotten egg out of there. And then maybe somehow rehydrate these eggs. They don't feel too terrible. I don't know if they're, I don't know. A little depressing, because especially when you're breeding like triple het to triple het, essentially, which is caramel, double het snow, which double het Moonglow to double het Moonglow. You need a lot of eggs to hit what you're looking for, which would be a full moon, which doesn't look like it's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll put these in the incubator. I guess we're going to get some early eggs this year hatching, some early carpets at least. All right, let me see what I can do. All right, here's a little trick that Pablo and I do if we have some eggs that we take out that are a little dehydrated or dried out because maybe we didn't catch them right away or whatever the case may be. We put them in our normal setup with our sponges on the bottom, water in the sponges, our dragon trays on top here. We put the eggs in here. Some of them are still connected. I didn't want to separate them. And then I put moist sphagnum moss and I just lay it right on top of the eggs here. And this should help rehydrate them over the next 24 or 48 hours. And I'll just leave it in there. that's probably what they would do in nature anyway. So we're just going to leave it there, and we're going to check on these eggs in about 48 hours, see how they're doing, see if they plump up a little bit. All right, that's a nice lock. And she butter. We're going to sell this girl too this year. Now she's locked. I can't sell her now. Can't sell her. She's locked with an ivory ultramel. So we're going to be just producing Enchi butter, yellow belly, het ultramels, which is kind of cool. So that's a nice textbook lock right there. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, that's my ultramel het caramel female being bred to my Camarillo, which is a ultramel caramel. So this is a double visual caramel albino, or T-positive albino, I should say. So we call one of the lines caramel, we call another one ultramel, but they're basically both T-positive lines. When you mix them together, look at how much brighter they get. Look how beautiful that is. So that's just ultramel. That's a visual ultramel. It's het for caramel, and that's a caramel ultramel. And this is an adult, and look how beautiful he still is. We produced some nice babies. I'll show you the babies we produced. I might even sell a few this year. This took me a long time to get these to breed, like 7 years. I don't know why. It was just took a long time. They just didn't want to eat. They didn't want to breed. We bred them last year, and they look like they're doing good this year too. This female's up, got some nice size. She's a good eater now. It only took her 7 years to learn how to eat. And this is our visual Caramello female we produced. This little girl is gorgeous. This is a double visual. This is caramel and ultramel at the same time. It's just spectacular. She's gotten better, really. I mean, this is probably one of the most underrated combinations, I think. Double recessives. I know people are afraid of caramel. I don't know why. I never had any problem with my caramel wine. There are some caramel wines made out there that people had some problems with, but I haven't had any. Really, really nice little girl. Look at that head. Orange head. I'll show you my boy, brother. These are my two holdbacks. Here's the boy. Also spectacular looking. Just really, I mean, that caramel added to the ultramel just makes it that much better. It's just holy. And these things get better and better. And you know, they get red eyes because you get the double visual. Just breathtaking. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. Sometimes you get a clutch, you don't even know it. I hate cages that are very high up. But even if this cage wasn't high up, I probably would have never checked under the hide box. In a million years, I would not have guessed that I had a carpet python that was ready to lay eggs. You saw I had the male in still with her. I mean, usually I don't take the males out till like February just to play it safe. And usually my clutches come end of March, early April, you know, with the carpets. You know, never this early, ever. In the history of me breeding carpet pythons, I've never had a clutch this early. I've had some ball python clutches early because I sometimes put them together a lot earlier than I normally do, but the carpets are like clockwork. You know, usually in November sometime I put the males with the females, and usually in March to April we get eggs. That's how it works, if we get anything. You know, sometimes we don't get anything, but this was what caught me off guard. And you know what, I'm mad at myself, but at the same time, the clutch didn't look that good, so I don't know what caused or spurred her to ovulate so early and to lay these eggs so early. But obviously maybe I got the male in late, and that's why we didn't have a big clutch, and that's why we didn't have a lot of, you know, fertiles. But we didn't get a million infertiles either. That's the weird thing. It just was a small clutch, which is kind of strange because this girl usually is an easy 20 to 25 egg girl, you know, and this is only like I think this is our third year breeding. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give her the year off next year. I don't know. She's big. She looks like she didn't even lay a clutch. She doesn't look like she lost a pound. So that was surprising. I'm almost wondering if she maybe has more eggs in her. I don't know, but that looks like, I mean, she got a decent amount out. So I tend to believe that she's done, and she's looking for food. So she's more than likely she's done. And the weird thing, she didn't even put them on the hot spot. Maybe she feels like it's too warm in the cage. They'll thermoregulate and put their eggs where they think they need to be. But she really wasn't wrapping them. I'm not expecting too many big things from this clutch, if anything. If we get a couple snakes out of it, I think we'll be lucky. So you never know. I guess if the odds gods are watching over me and say, you know what, this guy's been a good guy this year, I'm going to throw him a full moon Moonglow on like a 4 or 5 egg clutch that might not even have any violent. There was some blood vessels in a couple of them with some embryos, so we should get something. But if the gods throw me a Moonglow, then I am blessed, and I will I will say my prayers every morning until these eggs hatch. But more than likely, we'll probably get some triple heads or some caramel double head snows. All right, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.